Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 107 of Why Did I Buy This? This series started as a way to help crafters find unique ways to use products that they have in their collections. It's also a great series for new crafters who are wondering what they need to be successful. My name is Lindsay. I am the team leader of Cloud9 Stampers, and I have been a demonstrator for Stampin' Up! For 19 years. So a long time. I love to craft and I love to share with you what I'm working on. So today we're on episode 107. We're now in the thick of the holiday catalog known as the July through December catalog. We're also into the thick of Celebration. So if you're new here, welcome. Celebration is a special that runs July and August. And for every $60 that you shop for before your shipping and tax, you are going to receive free exclusive products in the form of stamp sets, designer series paper, or combos of your choice, including dies. So lots of fun things to be able to shop for. Hello, friends. I see you tuning in. Please say hi and tell me where you're tuning in from. How is your Friday going? I hope you have some really fun plans going on. I have been crafting up a storm. I taught a class last night for an in-person class at the Mutt Art Conservatory here in Edmonton. Had so much fun seeing some of you that I've met online, and you came to meet me in person, and that was so fabulous. And we did a coloring class using alcohol markers, and you can go onto my Instagram page if you want to see the projects that we got to make last night. So they walked away with a couple of blends of their own as a little gift, as well as a few projects, and it was lots and lots of fun. Hello, Heather. Hello, Arlene. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So we have a beautiful day here in Edmonton. We're in the thick of summer finally. We're getting some sunshine finally. It's been a very rainy summer so far. And so, I'm looking forward to, I'm having a fire pit with a friend tonight and I can't wait. So, hello, Carol. Hello, Heather. Hi, Jody. All right, we're going to get started here very soon. I just wanted to let you know that I do have some promotions running this month, because we did have a new catalog release. So as I mentioned, with every $60, you will get a free Celebration reward. So if you have two $60, $120, in other words, math, you're gonna get to pick two. If you have $180, you're going to get to pick three. For every $60 that you shop with me this month, you're also being entered into a draw for a set of Stampin' Blends. So we're going to, you're gonna have the chance to pick out 6 colors of your choice. I love blends. They're so much fun. And then finally, if your order reaches $100, I'm also including in some sparkly gems. So that is just a little perk for you from me, just because we've got a new catalog released. Hello, Amy Todd. Good to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna do the awkward transition so you can see my hands. As a reminder, the best compliment that you can give me is to share this video. So go ahead and hit share while we go ahead and do that transition, and then your friends can join in and watch the video with you. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna clip you in and get us started on our projects for the day. So the product we are going to be playing with, why did I buy this? Snowflake 12x12 Specialty Vellum. So this is from our new holiday catalog, and it comes with both flocked paper and foil paper, iridescent foil paper. It is so beautiful. So let me show you the real life paper here. So here you can see is the fuzzy, it looks kind of like snowballs in the background. This also comes in a foil, but I've loved the foil so much that I've already used it all, which is always a good sign. You can see the foil snowflakes. We've got flocked snowflakes, and then there's a different pattern of snowflakes in the foil as well as in the flocked. So very, very fun. All right, let's get started with our first project. So I'm going to be using the bundle. So this is sold at a discount of 10%. The Sweet Gingerbread stamp set. So this is a builder stamp set. And then here you can see are the coordinating dies. So I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white, and I want to use soft suede to kind of mimic that gingerbread. So here we've got our little gingerbread house. I'm going to make sure that I don't have any dog hair stuck to it. And we're going to ink up the gingerbread house and stamp that just like that. And we're also going to stamp the little soffits, like that. So then we're going to find the coordinating dies and run that through our die cutting machine. So now we get these. Let me just pull them out. So we've got them cut out now. And I'm going to do some decorating with it. So this stamp set's really fun because it comes with all of these builder pieces to help us build a gingerbread suite. So I'm going to start by bringing in my early espresso ink. So this is kind of the darker brown. And we're going to add a little bit of detail around the windows. So we'll just layer that over top. And of course, using photopolymer stamps for this stamp set was super clever of Stampin' Up! Because it makes it that much easier to be able to see. We're also going to be able to add this little detail to the roof line. So it's kind of like the icing part of it. Look how already it just adds so much by adding those details to it. Okay, we're gonna bring in the petal pink. I am really drawn to petal pink recently. I've been using this color a lot. So we're going to color the windows. And I love that they made the stamp connected so that we can just easily have it spaced exactly for those windows. And then I'm gonna bring in my, all-time fave color, Pool Party. If you're new here, I use Pool Party on almost every project. It is definitely a go-to color for me. If they ever decide to retire Pool Party, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with my life. So bad. Okay, so now we're gonna use a little strawberry sorbet, that's what this is called, right? Sweet sorbet marker, and we're just gonna color in our little heart on the door, just to add a little bit of detail. And then I'm going to bring in my glue, and we're gonna add the soffits to our gingerbread house. So layer that on like that. So cute. Okay, so you might be wondering, how does that specialty paper work into this? So I have cut a piece of the one that looks like snow, and it's cut at 3x4, which is a really nice size to use with your designer series paper because we're working with 12x12 paper. So you can get 12 pieces out of one sheet. And then here I've got a coordinating piece of basic white. So we're going to use our Stampin' Seal to add this to the project. Now, because we're working with vellum, you want to be cautious about where you put your adhesive because it can shine through. So I know I'm going to be putting my house here, and I'm also going to be adding a greeting in the top. So now we're going to line it up with our basic white, just like that. I'll use some dimensionals, and we're going to add our house. You can see I've reused this paper. Do you guys ever just flip over your paper because you made a mistake? It happens, and it's just paper. We were talking about that in my class last night. It's just paper, no big deal. So now we're gonna add this cute little house into the blizzard that we've created in the background. I've got a piece of crumb cake, and we're gonna use that to add a greeting. And there's a really clever greeting in this set that says, from our home to yours. So we'll just go ahead and use our soft suede to do that. And if you're unfamiliar with how to flag when you don't have a punch, you're going to use your snips and cut into the center of your paper. And that's going to be a guideline. So from the point of the cardstock, you're going to follow to the center of that cut line. So now you have more or less an even little flag to be able to add to your project. So we're going to use dimensionals again and stick that on top of our little snowstorm. Just like that. Okay, let me move ahead and show you the finished project. So here you can see I've added it to that petal pink background and added a few little sweets from the stamp set to be able to decorate it. But how cute is that, right? Love it. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next project. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I can see you loving this project. Cute, right? Just having that texture is so much fun. Okay, I'm gonna show you a really kind of like a fancy fold, but it's like very, very simple. So this one we're going to use a piece of the foil paper, and this foil paper is cut at 5 1/4 by 2 inches. And then we have 2 pieces of white. This is a 1-inch strip by 5 1/4 and a 2-inch strip at 5 1/4. Okay, we're going to bring in a greeting from that sweet gingerbread stamp. And this one says, "Have a sweet Christmas." So I'm going to use black this time. Our memento is a beautiful black, kind of a softer black. And we're just going to stamp that onto the 2-inch strip. And then I'm going to show you how to assemble this to make it seem kind of like a fancy fold card. All right, so again, we're working with vellum, so we want to be cautious with how we use our adhesive. So we're not going to put the adhesive in the middle. We're going to put it on the sides, because on the sides is where we are going to be hiding it. So I'm going to do it all the way along here. And I'm just going to kind of match this up. Yes. So this is going to stick on, just look even on the top and the bottom. And you want it to be so that there's going to be at least space for your 1-inch strip. So we've cut this bigger than we're going to make our little window here. So next I'm going to bring in those dimensionals, and we're going to add those to the corners. And we're also going to add them to our 1-inch strip. So here we're going to assemble that project. So stick that on, and again, we're going to line it up so that it's even all the way around, like that. And then this one, so there's not actually any folding involved. I guess it's not really a fancy fold, but it's like just a little bit of a different look. So now you've got this sort of peekaboo window here in the side. So let me show you how I've decorated it using some of those stamps and dies from that sweet gingerbread bundle. There you go. I've brought in the fine sparkle adhesive gems. You can see I'm really using these up like crazy because I just love the colors in it, and I love that little bit of sparkle in it. But these are the gems that I'm offering for free with a $100 order in July. And then you can see the sweet sorbet twine that's been added to the top. And then this is just a die and a stamp. So cute, right? Awesome. Okay, we're going to move on to the third project. So this is the PYP card that stands for pee your pants. So the technique is so exciting that when you see how it's done, you kind of want to pee your pants. It's just awesome. All right, so we're going to get going with that project. So let me start off by bringing in my card base. So this is Pool Party, shocker. We're gonna fold that in half, and we're going to give it a press with our bone folder. Next, we're going to bring in some of the blending brush with my Pool Party ink. And we're just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of ink to the bottom of the card. We're going to go on the other side, just like that. Okay, excellent. And next, we're going to bring in, I actually am using the light shaded spruce. So I just wanted it to be a little bit darker than the cardstock, and we're going to do our famous splatter technique. So we're going to flick it onto the cardstock just like that. Ugh, I love the texture that adds. Last night we were talking in my class about how when you splatter, it's hard to know where to end because it's just so fun to splatter. Okay, here we're bringing in that specialty paper. So this is that flocked snowflake looking one. And again, we're gonna use where I'm adding our elements on the card to be able to hide our adhesive. So of course you don't know where those are yet, but I sure do. So I'm just gonna layer that on. The nice thing about this paper is because there's texture, it's hard, like you kind of have to look, I don't know if you can see, you kind of have to look pretty hard to see the adhesive, but so it's really, really easy to disguise it. Okay, I'm gonna bring in that new favorite circle punch. I think I was told it's a decorative circle punch, and we're gonna use basic white and create a little background there. So I'm gonna use my dimensionals to layer that. I go through so many dimensionals in a week. Like I go through a whole package a week. Are you guys like that too? So we're gonna just layer this on like that. Here comes the fun part. So we are going to bring in my specialty paper. I'm just gonna set this aside for a minute. And we're gonna use that blending brush again, as well as the Pool Party ink. So let's grab some ink. And now we're gonna go over top of the flocking on the paper. So cool. Now I'll use my scissors and we're gonna cut out this and use it as a focal point on the card. Who has some fun weekend plans? Anybody doing some summer holidays, or are you traveling? I think I'm gonna head to the mountains on Sunday and visit my daughter again. I've been enjoying getting out to meet with her on her days off so that we can do some hiking together, and yeah, it's always lots of fun. And then tonight I'm going for a fire pit with my friend, and other than that, just enjoying all the lovely weather that we're getting right now. Out with the dogs for walks. I don't know if you saw on my page, I'm doing a Wings for Wellness challenge for Dogs with Wings. Dogs with Wings is the organization that I volunteer with, and they're the service dog organization here in Edmonton. And they're also the organization that I won the Heart of Stampin' Up award for. So we're working through a project with them, with Stampin' Up. So yeah, lots of fun things. But if you're interested in supporting them, you can always go ahead and sponsor my walk page. I put a link on my business page here a few days ago, so just go back into my feed and you can see it. But yeah, service dogs they cost about $40,000 to raise, and they give them to the clients for $1. So it really is a nice organization and really helps out those families who need service dogs. So yeah. Okay, almost done fussy cutting around my felt here, my flocking, as one would say. And then we're going to bring back in that card, and here we go. So now we're going to layer that onto the project. So I'm just going to use a dimensional, and I'm going to stick it behind the center because we're going to be disguising that with our greeting. So let's just go ahead and layer this on. I'm going to do it this way, like that. So now you can really see that pool party color come to life. I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana, and I'm bringing in the greeting from the stamp set Trees for Sale. So this is from that holiday mini catalog, and I love the Christmas greetings font. So let's go ahead and use our memento again, the black, to add a greeting. And we'll just go ahead and stamp it like so. And then use our little snips to create that flag like we said before. All right, so we're gonna add this to our card. I'm just gonna let it dry for a sec. And then I'm bringing in these new embellishments. They're called adhesive back stars. And we're going to add a few of them to the background. So they already have the adhesive built into them. So we're just gonna stick a couple on to the background and kind of decorate away. And then there's a couple more down here. Okay, so let me show you the finished project. For the finished project, I did the same thing where I used that blending brush and I added color to more of the flocking. And you can see I've added some of those sparkle gems as well as a few more stars to be able to just add that look of blowing wind and snow. So let me show you the projects one more time. We have the PYP card, which is the using the blending brush to add color to our flocked paper. We have this really fun dimensional look in our card. And then we have just using the straight designer series paper as a background for snow. So if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Go to my online store and you can shop to your heart's content. Every $60 is going to get you a free celebration reward, and you'll want to shop early while our selection is still fantastic. These products are while supplies last, so we have already run out of the pool party and seafoam note cards. Obviously, why? It's pool party, my friends. Everybody loves pool party. So yeah, the note cards are already gone, so you'll want to shop early. You can just head to my online store to be able to do that. Okay, friends, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for sharing the video. I saw that, all of your shares. I really appreciate it. And have an amazing weekend. Have fun crafting. Bye for now.